when Magnus Carlsen loses fastest games of his career. Let's take a look at some of the fastest losses of the world's chess champion Magnus Carlsen. Even the best players in the world can make mistakes and blunders, and sometimes they pay a heavy price for them. Here are some of the examples of Carlsen losing the fastest games against some of his strongest rivals. Carlsen versus Alexander Morozov. The game between Carlsen and Morozov was played in 2007 Chorus Chess Tournament. Morozov, a Russian grandmaster, was ranked 28th in the world at the time, while Carlsen was ranked 10th. The game began with a balanced start as both players carefully developed their pieces to gain an early advantage. The initial moves witnessed a regular progression, with each player aiming to establish control over the board. However, it was Morozov who gradually gained momentum, skillfully showing his plan. Morozov initiated his strategy by moving his pawns on the queen side in order to create open lines for his pieces. Additionally, he positioned his bishop on c5, a powerful square that exerted pressure on Carlsen's queenside pawns. This sharp move, queenside pawns. This sharp move put Carlsen in a tough spot, forcing him to defend against Morozov's strong position. Unfortunately for Carlsen, a series of errors in the middle game proved costly, which allowed Morozov to use the situation to his advantage. One notable mistake occurred in move 15 when Carlsen played nc3, which accidentally provided Morozov with an opportunity to capitalize on the open e-file with his rook. As a result, Morozov successfully secured an advantage and his position further strengthened on board. Carlsen tried his best to make a comeback, but he couldn't overcome Morozov's growing advantage. The game ended after just 26 moves, with Morozov winning convincingly. Carlsen versus Boris Savchenko. The game between Carlsen and Savchenko was played in the 2008 FIDE World Chess Championship. Savchenko, a Ukrainian grandmaster, was ranked 50th in the world at the time, while Carlsen was ranked 1st. The game against Boris proved to be one of the most memorable and controversial encounters in Carlsen's illustrious career. Throughout the game, the playing field remained closely contested and Carlsen was really sure of his victory. However, a critical blunder during the endgame caused Carlsen to lose. The decisive moment arrived in move 31, when Carlsen made a fateful move, qh4, unknowingly providing Savchenko with an opportunity to seize a pawn. Savchenko's unexpected move gave him an advantage, allowing him to navigate the endgame with skill and secure a deserving victory. Carlsen's surprising mistake in the endgame left many people confused, given his reputation for being careful. Some people said that he had fatigue, which played a role, as the game took place late in the tournament. Carlsen versus Judith Polgar. The game between Carlsen and Polgar was played in 2009 Chorus Chess Tournament. Polgar, a Hungarian grandmaster, is one of the most successful female chess players of all time. She was ranked 2nd in the world at the time, while Carlsen was ranked 1st. The game proved to be short-lived and disappointing. Right from the initial moves, Carlsen made mistakes that put him at a disadvantage. One such mistake was playing e5 in move 3, which gave Polgar a chance to take control of the center with pawn breaks. Polgar took advantage of Carlsen's mistakes, and she quickly gained the upper hand and controlled the game. Despite Carlsen's attempts to fight back, Polgar's dominance was too strong. The game ended after just 19 moves, with Polgar as the victor. Carlsen versus a random opponent. The game between Carlsen and a random opponent was played in a blitz tournament in 2014. A blitz tournament is a type of chess tournament where each game is played with a very short time limit. This means that players have to make quick decisions, and there's a great chance of making mistakes. The game started evenly, with both players carefully developing their pieces and seeking advantages. However, the random opponent made strategic moves at crucial moments, gaining a slight advantage. Carlsen's mistakes in the middle game made things worse, giving the random opponent chances to take advantage. One key moment was in move 12, and Carlsen's nf3 unintentionally allowed the random opponent to start pawn breaks on the queen side, making their position stronger. The random opponent made smart moves, gradually building their advantage and taking control of the game. In a surprising twist, the game ended after just 22 moves, with the random opponent defeating Carlsen, the world champion. These were some of the fastest losses of Magnus Carlsen in his career. As you can see, even the world champion is not immune to making mistakes and blunders, especially in fast time controls or complicated positions. But he also learns from his errors and bounces back stronger than ever. That's why he's the best player in the world and a great inspiration for all chess lovers.